The Quran is the central religious text of Islam, believed by Muslims to be a revelation directly from God. It is organized in 114 chapters, surah, which consist of individual verses. Besides its religious significance, it is widely regarded as the finest work in Arabic literature and has significantly influenced the Arabic language. It is also the object of a modern field of academic research known as Quranic studies. Muslims believe the Quran was orally revealed by God to the final Islamic prophet Muhammad through the angel Gabriel incrementally over a period of some 23 years, beginning on the Night of Power, when Muhammad was 40, and concluding in 632, the year of his death. Muslims regard the Quran as Muhammad's most important miracle, a proof of his prophethood, and the culmination of a series of divine messages starting with those revealed to the first Islamic prophet Adam, including the Islamic holy books of the Torah, Psalms, and Gospel. The Quran is believed by Muslims to be God's own divine speech, providing a complete code of conduct across all facets of life. This has led Muslim theologians to fiercely debate whether the Quran was created or uncreated. According to tradition, several of Muhammad's companions served as scribes, recording the revelations. Shortly after Muhammad's death, the Quran was compiled on the order of the first Caliph Abu Bakr, r. 632 to 634, by the companions, who had written down or memorized parts of it. Caliph Uthman, r. 644 to 656, established a standard version, now known as the Uthmanic Codex, which is generally considered the archetype of the Quran known today. There are, however, variant readings, with some differences in meaning. The Quran assumes the reader's familiarity with major narratives recounted in the biblical and apocryphal texts. It summarizes some, dwells at length on others, and, in some cases, presents alternative accounts and interpretations of events. The Quran describes itself as a book of guidance for humankind. It sometimes offers detailed accounts of specific historical events, and it often emphasizes the moral significance of an event over its narrative sequence. Supplementing the Quran with explanations for some cryptic Quranic narratives and rulings that also provide the basis for Islamic law in most denominations of Islam are hadiths, oral and written traditions believed to describe words and actions of Muhammad. During prayers, the Quran is recited only in Arabic. Someone who has memorized the entire Quran is called a hafiz. Ideally, verses are recited with a special kind of prosody reserved for this purpose called tajwid. During the month of Ramadan, Muslims typically complete the recitation of the whole Quran during Taraweeh prayers. In order to extrapolate the meaning of a particular Quranic verse, Muslims rely on exegesis, or commentary rather than a direct translation of the text. Etymology and meaning. The word Quran appears about 70 times in the Quran itself, assuming various meanings. It is a verbal noun madar, of the Arabic verb qara'a, meaning he read or he recited. The Syriac equivalent is qari'ana, which refers to scripture reading or lesson. While some Western scholars consider the word to be derived from the Syriac, the majority of Muslim authorities hold the origin of the word is qara'a itself. Regardless, it had become an Arabic term by Muhammad's lifetime. An important meaning of the word is the act of reciting, as reflected in an early Quranic passage. It is for us to collect it and to recite it, Qur'anahu. In other verses, the word refers to an individual passage recited by Muhammad. Its liturgical context is seen in a number of passages, for example, so when Al-Quran is recited, listen to it and keep silent. The word may also assume the meaning of a codified scripture when mentioned with other scriptures such as the Torah and Gospel. The term also has closely related synonyms that are employed throughout the Quran. Each synonym possesses its own distinct meaning, but its use may converge with that of Quran in certain contexts. Such terms include kitab, book, ayah, sign, and surah, scripture. The latter two terms also denote units of revelation. In the large majority of contexts, usually with a definite article, al, the word is referred to as the way, revelation, that which has been sent down, tanzil, at intervals. Other related words include dhikr, remembrance, used to refer to the Quran in the sense of a reminder and warning, and ikmah, mean wisdom, sometimes referring to the revelation or part of it. The Quran describes itself as the discernment, al-Furqan, the mother book, al-Kitab, the guide, huda, the wisdom, hikmah, the remembrance, dhikr, and the revelation, tanzil, something sent down, signifying the descent of an object from a higher place to lower place. Another term is al-Kitab, the book, though it is also used in the Arabic language for other scriptures, such as the Torah and the Gospels. The term mushaf, written work, is often used to refer to particular Quranic manuscripts, but is also used in the Quran to identify earlier revealed books.